should you buy a term insurance plan? There are lots who actually stay away from term insurance plans because the premiums which you pay are not returned back to you. Well, I really don't like that argument. Let me start by saying that term insurance plans are by far the best form of protection. Unless you own a yacht or Antilles in your neighborhood, I would seriously recommend taking a term insurance plan. I would categorize term insurance as probably the most important and basic decision after you've opened your bank account. So in life, death is imminent, it's bound to happen. The tricky part is when. In fact, that is one thing which actually puts a spanner in most of our financial calculations. We really don't know when we will die, and hence it is important to provide for that protection very early in life when there are people who are dependent on your income. Increasingly we are hearing a young friend of a friend who died early because of some critical illness or some incident or some accident which has happened. Do keep in mind that there is a very small probability that it could happen even to you. And by paying a very small amount, you can protect yourself against such eventualities. Unless, as I said, you're rich or Papa has left a Jagir with you, you need this kind of protection for yourself. And it's really sad that most of us are actually banking on some miracle to happen to help us reach that corpus of investments, after which you don't really need any form of insurance. It could be that 10 years from now, when you become the business head and get that 10 crore bonus, or when you will actually sell your startup for 120 crores, the startup which you actually haven't even set up. So guys, be realistic. Take a cover which is easily available for you currently. So if you're a 30-year-old guy, you can get a 1 crore cover at a 10,000 rupees per annum. And the premium of this 10,000 rupees doesn't change for the rest of the 30 years. Isn't that a smarter way to actually protect your spouse and kids who are dependent on your income? I personally think so. Go in for around 20 times your current annual income. Review it as your income increases. Maybe till 5 years after retirement. So in most cases it would be till the age of 65. Of course, there are plans in which you could go to 80. I'm not too sure you would be wanting to invest in term insurance plans after your retirement because income has stopped and these premiums might become slightly difficult to pay. So here's a bit of trivia or information for those who still want to do it the hard way. That is, invest and build this corpus and a corpus of 1 crore and then protect your family. Essentially what you're trying to say is that you will invest 14,000 rupees every month for the next 20 years and hope for a return of 10%. That's the way you will be able to actually save a crore. 14,000 rupees every month investment, do it for 20 years and hope for a return of 10%, then you will be able to save this 1 crore. And of course, you need to be alive for these 20 years to make this investment also. Difficult way to do it, not the best way. Yes, it could be a savings which has been built up, but imagine in a term insurance you get a cover on day 1. It starts today, the moment you invest that 10,000 rupees. If you found this video useful, please do buy a term insurance plans. You can choose not to share or subscribe to the channel. Thank you.